Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. What I'm doing is here, I am sitting out in the field walking summer as usual. This is our location today. So, why am I creating this video today? Well, it's from something that I heard recently on an audiobook I was listening to called They Ask and You Answer. And it's got to do with marketing and attracting people to your business. So, rather than you paying for maybe ads and kind of forcing your message or your products or anything else on somebody else, what we're going to do is, in the audiobook, he recommends using inbound marketing. So what that is people actually come to you curious about your business, maybe with a question or something like that, and then when you create the content for them, it answers their question and it puts you in a favorable light. So when it comes to maybe buying your product or your service or whatever it is, they are probably more inclined to go to you because you haven't forced yourself on them. They have come willingly to you, and because you have been helpful and given them content that they can use maybe to make a better buying decision or whatever, you will go up in their esteem. So in one of the chapters, he mentions that everybody nowadays is a media company. So the author himself, he had his business was selling swimming pools. So what he said, his business wasn't actually a swimming pool business, it was a media business that sold swimming pools. Now what he meant by that was that even though his product was swimming pools, what he was focusing on was the media side of it. So he was creating the articles that answered the questions that the buyers might have. He would create maybe videos which would explain what would happen to your backyard when it came to excavating it, what all the different things need to be done. He would create maybe podcasts or audios where he would go through maybe the process of maybe a plastic swimming pool, how that compares to maybe a concrete swimming pool, and all those different things. So what he was doing was he was creating media, and from people actually consuming that media, it gave them a better buying decision when it came to buying swimming pools. So if he created good enough content and made the person aware of what was the best choices to make, there was probably a good chance they were going to go to his company to buy the swimming pool. So what he was saying was not to actually focus on the swimming pool, even though that was his main product. He focused more on the media side of it. So he had said that every company nowadays is a media company. You should be creating your own media. So like for example, I'm doing here, you should be creating your own videos. Now if you're selling books or whatever it is, you should be creating your own media. So you should be creating maybe a podcast where you let your readers in to know more about you. If you write maybe non-fiction, could you write up a couple of articles maybe on some of the topics that's in your book? Could you explain something a little bit better for somebody? So when they will do maybe a Google search, there's a good chance they will come upon your article, they'll read it, and then they may make a good buying decision then to buy your product then because of the information you've given them. So what you need to do is you need to reach out to your buyers and let them actually come to you. Give them the content that they can use to make a better buying decision. Are you the fiction writer that they are looking for? Can you give samples of maybe short stories on your blog? Could you maybe give them a clip maybe of maybe one of your audiobooks or something like that, to give them a taste and a feel of what you're like? So you're actually attracting them, more or less like kind of putting honey down and getting all the bees of the wasp to come to you. What content can you put out there? So again, the articles, podcast, videos, just like I'm doing here. Just, you don't even need to do anything fancy. Like I'm just basically sitting here, I've got a Kindle Fire in my hand, I'm sitting here in the middle of a field walking a dog, and I'm creating a video. So there's no reason why you can't do that, to kind of build a better rapport between you and your reader or your buyer, so you come across as a human being that there's nothing too fancy about you. Because sometimes the more professional you come upon, the more kind of artificial you seem, the more it kind of seems a bit sterile or whatever. But doing kind of raw kind of videos like these, or podcasts, or just maybe doing a Facebook Live or something like that, creating more of that media will kind of win over more of your readers, your buyers and your followers. So maybe people who've never heard about you before might stumble across one of your videos or a podcast episode or maybe an article or something like that. So going on the information I had heard from that, I can't actually think of the author's name offhand, but if you are interested in doing something like that, I highly recommend you get either the book or the audio book, They Ask and You Answer, and it'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So from today on, think about yourself more as a media company that sells whatever it is. Maybe a media company that sells colouring books, a media company that sells puzzle books, a media company that sells, fiction, or a video course, or whatever it is, and provide as much of that media for your buyers to consume, to know more about the product, to know more about you, and to make a better buying decision, because it'll make it far easier for you. As I said, you won't be pushing your product on them, they will be coming to you, and they'll be attracted to you, and it'll make the buying a lot easier. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. It looks like it's going to rain at the moment, so I think I better pack this up quickly and head on. So again, as always, thanks for sharing your time with me again today, and take care and have a great day. Bye bye.